I'm Amber Marcy, and I attend Third Coast, and this is my story. I grew up in a home with divorced parents, and we did not attend church very often. We knew who God was, but we didn't know much more. My best friend in high school, her family kind of adopted me and started bringing me to church, and I really enjoyed it. In fact, I loved it, and I went home and shared it with my mom, and she started going too. So the three of us started going, my mom, my sister, and I. And we would go as much as we could, but never as much as we should. Later in life, in my teenage years, I was involved in a car accident. I was with 6 of my peers, one of them being my sister, and she was driving, and I was the only one injured. And I was instantly left a quadriplegic, unable to walk at 15 years old. That was the deal breaker for me and my family. We knew at that point that we needed God. We started praying, we started attending church. My pastor came to visit me at Mary Free Bed more times than I can count. I started going back to church, giving my testimony, and then the later years of the teenage years came, and I kind of strayed away again and kind of lived my own life. And then came Third Coast. And now I could say that my faith is stronger than it ever has been. I've always said from day one that God knew what he was doing. We all know that God doesn't do bad things. But I knew that at 15, I wasn't on the right path. And I knew that I was gonna have to make some changes. And instead, God intervened and kind of did that for me. And without being a quadriplegic, I would not be who I am today. I have done so much in my life. I have met so many people in my life and able to share my story. I peer mentor folks who are hurt all the time in car accidents, who become quadriplegics, have traumatic brain injuries. And the first thing they'll say to me is, how are you so strong? You know, bad things happen to really good people, but that doesn't mean that we stop our story. That doesn't mean we don't tell everyone about our struggles, because our struggles build our faith. And I just firmly believe in sharing your story, the good, the bad, the ugly, because you never know how that's going to change somebody else's life. And I've had people say to me, how can you believe in God when this happened to you? And I say right back to them, how can you not believe in God and this happened to you? You're still alive, you're still here, you still have a voice, and that in itself is God. Dawn Poole is my mentor. She just is so faith-filled, and I want to be just like her someday. I want to share my story, like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly, and hope that it can bring someone to Jesus.